Good morning, my people. Oh, I'm sorry. It's evening time. It's like almost 3 o'clock, 3 p.m. It's morning for me because I just woke up. I kid you not, I just woke up. I woke up because I gotta give you guys this message. You know what I'm saying? I gotta give you this message, um. But yeah, what we talking about today, right? What we talking about? If you guys like the content, I'm gonna be posting more videos. If you guys like the content, please subscribe to the channel. Notice TV. This is your host of Notice TV, Daniel. If you didn't know, but yeah, what we talking about, man? You know what? It's been a crazy week. You know what I'm saying? And I've been having a lot of dreams lately. Like the devil's been trying to get at me. God has been showing me something, especially this one dream I'm about to tell you about. The thing is, I can't tell you about it. Like, you know what I mean? I have recorded it because I record all my dreams and whatnot. All the ones that I remember, of course. I voice recorded. I'm sorry. I voice record 'em. I have this voice recording app. So if I remember the dream, I get up and I voice record the dream. If I remember every detail, like some dreams I can't remember, and I be mad at myself. I'm like, damn, what did I dream about? There's a lot of dreams I had this past week that I just don't remember. But yeah, like when you on this walk with God, because I would say that I am. I'm trying to walk with Jesus Christ. Like seriously, like I'm trying to walk with Him. Like when you on this walk with God, man, He gonna show you. You ask for it, He gonna show you some signs. He gonna show you some wonders. He gonna tell you some things. He gonna tell you some things about yourself. He gonna show you some things about yourself that ain't right yet. He tells you like, yo, he gonna tell you that, man, you're not ready for me yet. He gonna say, God's gonna say to you, I'm not ready for you yet. You need to work a little bit harder. You're not ready to see me yet. You need to work a little bit harder. And basically, that's what in my interpretation, and I'm gonna tell you my interpretation after I play the recording. But basically, in my interpretation, he's saying to me, look, I ain't ready for you. I am not ready for you. I'm not ready to see you yet, Daniel. Or he's saying you're not ready to see me. You're not ready to see me yet, Dan. You still in the world. You know what I mean? Let me not say any spoilers. As a matter of fact, let me get right into the recording. Let me play the recording for you. All right. It is Saturday, July 30th, 2022. This is Daniel Ross back again, doing my recording on a certain dream, a dream that I had earlier. Just woke up from it. Just told my wife about it before I recorded, but yeah, this one was a little yeah, it hit. This one was crazy. Very, very. The dream feel like it could happen. Maybe I should just say it like that. I don't say it's too much intense. It just feel like it could definitely happen one day or in the future. I don't know. But let's get right into it. So basically, in this dream, is me and a bunch of other people that I know. I do know that. It's me and a bunch of other people that I know. The only person that I could recognize that I could either remember from the group is my dad. So it's a bunch of us, right? We supposed to. It's a bunch of us, and we're supposed to be meeting some scientist, some dude, or some biologist, I would say, in somewhere. Like we're supposed to be meeting him somewhere to talk about doing something. I don't know what the heck we were supposed to be doing. But we're supposed to meet him to be doing something, maybe a project. I don't know. But anyway, we were supposed to meet him in this building, very very tall building. Um, so we get there and we at this like we in this lobby. Like this lobby was like all white floors, glass walls, all white painted walls. Like it was very like a I would say like a ball. It was a big like a ballroom, but it was all white. Like the scientists out there, scientists there doing whatever scientists do. There's gadgets and gulags and a whole bunch of not gulags, but a whole bunch of gadgets all over the place. People showing their stuff, technology I haven't even seen before. It's like it's I wouldn't want to call it dramatic, but there was things that I didn't see. But like it was all white floor and whatnot, or whatever. But we there, right? A group of us, we there. Me and my dad were there. And like I said, we wind up meeting the dude. The dude wind up coming up to us, the scientist or biologist or whatever, winds up coming to us and he greeted us like, hey, he greeted us. I don't know what was said, but he greeted us. And then he winds up walking off, going somewhere. Like I see him going through, this machine, and he all I know is that he left and he went upstairs. Like he went upstairs to do something. I don't know if he was coming back or whatever, but he went upstairs to wherever he went. He left from us. So I'm there, and I'm like, okay, man, I gotta meet this guy. I gotta talk. We gotta talk to him. I gotta talk to this guy because he just left out of nowhere. So I wanna leave in the rest of the group. I wanna leave in my dad and the rest of the group, and I wound up walking over to the area that the guy had left from. Like there was this machine that I seen him get on the machine and went somewhere. So I went over to the machine to basically follow him or whatever. I'm trying to find him. So I go over there and I met at the machine. I met with this young boy. I could say his age is like 8, 7, 8, 9. One of them. He's 7, 8, or 9. But the thing about this little boy, this kid, he's smart enough to use this machine. Like he's very very bright and very very smart enough to use this machine. So I talked to him. I'm like, hey, I'm trying to meet that scientist, that biologist guy there that went he left. I seen him come on the machine. I know he left. He was like, okay, yeah, come on the machine. So the kid advised me to get on the machine or whatever. So man, I can't even explain. I'm gonna try to explain this machine, but man, it may go over people's heads if anybody hears this or whatever. But basically, it's just this round cylindrical machine, and basically there's a door that opens up to it that allows you to enter. It's like a round machine that encloses, and once you get inside the door shuts and you're in this machine. There's like a little computer thing in front of you that, what I'm saying, that it kind of like the whole machine measures you, like, what I'm saying, it measures a lot of things about you. So basically, it's like a test. It's like a test. It's testing you for the machine tests you in order for you to go up, in order for you to go ascend to the other, floors of the building that I'm in. So I'm in this machine, right? The kid turns it on. He turns on the machine, and I feel a whole bunch of air coming from under me. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm standing there, or I could be sitting by now. I think I'm probably sitting. Well, not really. It didn't feel like I was sitting. No, it didn't feel like I was sitting because I was still standing. But with the air, when he turned on the machine, the air was so powerful that I could actually sit and still stand up. You know what I'm saying? That's what it was. The air was so intense coming up from under me that I was literally sitting down or bending my knee, but I was still standing up. I wasn't sitting on like a seat or anything like that. That's how intense the air was coming. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what it was. I didn't explain it to my wife in that way, but that's what I felt like it was. But So the air was coming up from. He turned on the machine. So I'm like, what is this? What is this? What's going on? It's like, this machine kind of measures you, and it kind of like it checks for impurities, and that's the only if you're good, you get to go up or whatever. If you're pure or in, you know what I mean, you get to go up, or you know. So I was like, okay, whatever, you know what I mean. So the air, like I said, the air was coming up from under me so intense to the point I couldn't even open my eyes. Like literally, like it was hurting my eyes to open it. Like the air was coming up, so I had to close my eyes the whole procedure or whatever. So the air was coming up, and then all of a sudden, like I hear because I can't see. I hear the machine slowing down and then cutting off or whatever, like shutting down or whatever. So I was able to open my eyes then because it was cutting off. I'm like, hey, what's going on? What happened? He was like, well, I was talking to the boy. I was like, hey, what's up? What happened? What's going on? He was like, well, you can't go up. You can't go up because you would. I'm guessing he's saying like I couldn't go up because I would have been up by now. The machine is the thing that takes you up, but the machine wind up slowing down and stopping. So I was like, hey, what's up? He was like, no, well, you can't go up. So I was like, oh, why? What's going on? So he was like, as the machine stopped, he was like, let me check because I gotta do some things. I gotta check this and I gotta check that. So he winds up pulling out a flask. Now I'm gonna try to explain this flask. This is like a long, I would say 16-inch flask, maybe 15-inch. If anybody knows measurements or whatever, but let's say it's a 15-inch flask, and in the flask is like five slats of measurements. Five slats, like five cylindrical slats in the actual in the flask. So I'm gonna try to explain it, like, you know what I'm saying. So in the five slats of measurements, did it's just hard to explain. But if anybody has seen a flask before, it does have some. They have. It's a long cylindrical. This is not no regular flask where it bellows into a big. This one's a straight one, a cylindrical straight flask, like a bong. If anybody had a bong before, something like that. You know what I mean? But this one's a long flask, straight cylindrical, and it had five pieces of measurements. I can't explain it. Five pieces of measurements in the flask that measures your impurities or whatever's wrong with you. So the boy had the flask, and he winds up pulling out this same color liquid, which is blue. The color was blue, right? So he poured this liquid inside the flask, and inside as he poured it inside the flask, the blue in the flask was different shades of blue now. Crazy, right? It was different. It was five different shades of blue. He poured the same color blue inside this flask, but when it went in the flask, there was five different shades of blue. So I look at the flask, and at the very bottom of the slat, the very slat on the bottom of the flask was a dark blue, very very dark. Going up from above it, the second to the last, was it was a semi dark, but it was dark, but it wasn't as dark as the one under it. As you go up to the middle, and then the second, the blue gets lighter. You know what I'm saying? The lighter you are, the better pure you are. So the lighter the blue was, which is basically the top of the flask, the more pure you are. Basically, you're good. Where I was when he measured my thing, because that the flask and the blue liquid was a measurement of my impurities of the body or whatever. Where I was the second to the last, from the second from the bottom. So mine was dark, was blue, was dark blue. It wasn't the darkest blue, the very bottom, but it was the second to the bottom. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, "Yeah, you're in the bad zone. You're in the bad. You're not. You know what I'm saying? You're not. So I'm like, what does this mean? He was like, man, I don't know. You probably got something wrong with you. Probably got pulmonary artery, something about heart disease, or something about pulmonary artery disease. That's what the kid is saying. Like that's what he was saying. Like my diagnosis. Like, yo, you got something wrong with your heart, or something, a pulmonary artery, something. You know what I mean? Something's wrong. So I'm like, what are you saying? I feel fine. I'm telling the kid, look, I feel fine. What are you saying? Like, I mean, I was telling him, like, I know I don't exercise, but as I was saying, as I was telling him that, yo, I know I don't exercise. I'm there in the lobby, because by this time I'm outside the machine by now. You know what I'm saying? As I'm telling him, look, I know I don't go to the gym. I'm jogging in place, like literally like I'm joking, but I'm literally jogging in place and feeling my neck and feeling my heartbeat. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, well, this is what the test shows, and that's why you couldn't go up. The machine couldn't pull you up because of this impurity. You got something wrong with your heart. You got pulmonary artery disease or heart disease or something. He didn't really pinpoint what it was, but had to do something with my heart. So I'm like, man, what the? So in my mind, I'm there, and I'm like, man, what the f? Like I'm like, what the heck is going on? Like, you know what I mean? And by this time, I'm getting a little afraid. Like I'm afraid. Like, what? So I think that's the way the dream ended. Like, you know what I mean? I woke up right after. I'm like, whoa, what the? That was too real. That was too real. Like that. Like, I feel like that could happen, like on some futuristic movie type. Like, where did my brain think that up? Like, what? This can't. My brain can't even think anything futuristic like that. Going inside of some sort of wind machine, and this kid using a blue liquid just to measure my. What? I would never have thought that up. Only a person from a movie who's very futuristic and scientific. I'm not scientific. Like, how could I have even thought, like, dreamt that up? I haven't even watched a movie on some futuristic anything. Flask, scientist, anything. I haven't, like, what? That dream was just too real. I feel like it could happen. Now I'm thinking, like, man, what does this dream mean? So I told my wife, I'm like, yo, what does this mean? She was like, dreams aren't very linear. It may be about someone else, maybe, you know. So I'm like thinking, like, what was the kid for? Like, now I'm thinking, like, my son. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I got a son, and I know he, not to say he has a heart condition, but I know he doesn't eat well as I do. And I know I've been trying to eat well, but and then put my dad in the mix. He was the only person that I could remember in the dream, and look and behold. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what to say. Not that I'm trying to prevent anybody's death. I mean, I would hope I can. You know what I mean? Or I would say I would hope that I could prevent someone suffering. I don't want to see anybody suffer. I would love to heal. those individuals if I had the power to heal. You know what I mean? If I could just touch them or touch myself and I heal myself. You know what I mean? But just this dream was just mind-boggling. It's crazy because it felt so real. Like I was in the dark zone according to the blue liquid. I wasn't in the middle. I wasn't at the top. So something was wrong. So we'll see. We'll see what this means. I mean, I'm not looking forward to it, but man, I've been going. I guess if I'm going with God nowadays, since I've been going with God nowadays, yeah, he going. He or it could be the devil, because devil creeps up in your dream too. But I don't think this was the devil. I don't think this was the devil at all. This was something. This was divine. This was that the white floors, you know what I mean, the white lobby. I don't know, man. That was something. I don't know how to. I mean, I can't be an interpreter like how Joseph was in the Bible or Daniel in the Bible. I would hope I can be one day, but man, this one was a direct. This one was like a direct message. You know what I mean? This one was direct. So I'm gonna keep the recording it down. I made this too long. I might put this on video too. I might. Oh man, I feel some type of way. But anyway, thank you for listening. If anyone listens, thank you. Yeah. Yo, if you guys like the video, thumb it up. Thumb up this video. Like, if you like it, subscribe to the channel because there's gonna be plenty more. I have other dreams. I have other dreams or had other dreams, and I've recorded them. What's my interpretation of this one? I had to really sit back and think, like, this dream isn't really linear. You know what I'm saying? It's not, it's not saying, it may not be saying that I have a heart condition or having a heart attack or will eventually have a heart attack or anybody that I know may have a heart attack. My interpretation of this dream, of course, I believe it's a divine dream. It's from God. It's a message from God. The white floors, the white walls, the tall building that I'm supposed to go up. I'm supposed to go up this building. I'm supposed to go up to meet this gentleman who I believe in my heart that this was the gentleman was God or Jesus. It probably was Jesus. He was going. He went up. It was God. So I believe that gentleman, the biologist or the scientist, was God Himself. Because if you listened, and anybody know that in my last video I talked about sexual sin, right? How my family on my dad's side is plagued with, and I say they plagued with it. Let's just say it at that. With sexual sin, the guys on my dad's side, my dad included, my brother included. I hate to put that out there, but it's the truth. Me in the past included, even still now, I still get the urges. We're cursed with this. We're plagued with sexual sin, sexual lust. You know what I'm saying? So, in my interpretation of the dream, I if you had listened, I had left from the my dad's group. I had left. I had walked away. I had walked away from the group. I walked away from my dad and went towards God. You know what I'm saying? I was walking. I was trying to get to God. Basically, I was trying to get to Him. So I go to the machine. Who am I met with at the machine? Who am I met with? A kid, right? The kid, I believe, signifies my innocence, back to being pure, back to being innocent. The child is my innocence. That's what I got from the child. I had to really think about this thing. Had nothing to do with no heart attack. It might be. I don't know, but I couldn't get it from that. I couldn't. So I walk over to this machine, met with this boy who I believe is a signification of purity, of innocence. Because if you think about it, children are innocent. You know what I'm saying? They're innocent until corrupted. I would say. You know what I mean? Until they have been taught corruption or hatred or whatever. You know what I mean? Or anything or love. Until they've been taught something. So yeah. So the machine just measuring my where I'm not in, where I'm pure or impure. I was in the second to the last zone in that flask. I wasn't at the very bottom, but I was at the second to the last zone. So basically the flask, the liquid is showing that I got more work to do. I'm not ready. God is not ready for me yet. I want to be near Jesus. I want to get right with my Lord and my Savior, my Creator. But He's saying I'm not ready. I'm not there yet to go up. I got work to do. I still got something inside of me that I need to work on. I need to get rid of. There's something inside of me that needs to be cleaned. I'm uncleaned, basically. That what that flask was saying. I got more work to do. Daniel, I need you to keep working. You know what I mean? Which is understandable. It's only been like a month in it's been 2 months now. I'm sorry, it's been 2 months that I've been on really on this walk. I've been on this walk like everything is about God nowadays. Like I'm all in. I'm all in. So in my head in the dream I'm thinking like, man, I'm disappointed in thinking back I'm like I'm disappointed in myself that I've been on this walk for like 2 months now and I'm still not ready. He's still not ready for me. Disappointed. I'm disappointed in my heart that I'm not there yet. Like you know what I mean? I'm not ready yet. So that's my interpretation of the dream. That's what I got from the dream. So if you on this walk, I mean, let me say this: if you guys like the video, um, share it with your friends or family. Subscribe to my channel. There's gonna be plenty more dreams that I have to give to you guys. You know what I'm saying? Um, but yeah, that's my interpretation. I can't self-proclaim myself as being an interpreter like Joseph in the Bible. I would like to be, but not every dream is linear. So sometimes I just can't understand. You know. But yeah, I mean, that's the dream. That's the dream, and thank you guys for watching. God bless you all. I would say this to anyone watching: pray. Pray. No matter what you're going through, your situation may be different from mine or anybody else or everybody else, just pray. Pray to God. Pray to pray to Jesus. Put Jesus in your life. If you need to be healed, ask him to touch. Ask him to touch. Jesus was a healer during his time here on earth. He was a healer. So ask him to heal you. You know what I'm saying? Touch me, Jesus. In any in any if you have an ailment, ask him to touch you and heal you. That's what he's been doing to me. Like lately, heal me, dear Lord. Heal my anxiety, my depression, my suffering. Heal my home. Cause not many people in a broken home. So heal me, dear Lord. Heal my home. Heal my family. And just give all praise to the Most High. That's it, man. I thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys. This is Daniel once again at Notice TV. Follow the channel, and I appreciate the support. I thank you, and I love you guys. See you guys later.